Not far from this farm is the city of Derby. Now, like many English cities, it was once home to a thriving Methodist mission building. That's now closed, but a new, exciting, fresh expression of church is emerging in its place.
On a brand new estate, the Methodists have bought a modern house to replace their ageing church building. Instead of formal church services, they'll use it for local activities like community lunches and Bible studies. Leading this new programme of events is Ali Stacey Chapman, whose first task is to befriend the residents of this inner city community.
I'm a pioneer missioner, which is a very churchy term for a not at all churchy job. And the pioneering is about doing things differently, going and trying things new. It's literally as fresh as it comes. One of the great things about this job is that I live next door, so I've worked out it's about 10 paces, so no excuses for being late for work.
The project may be new, but it's inspired by an historical figure, Susanna Wesley, mother of famous Methodists John and Charles.
There's a lovely story about her that at one point where her husband was away, he'd employed a useless curate to look after the church, and Susanna Wesley didn't approve of the curate. So she started services in her kitchen, and I gather she had 200 people for these services. So she was pioneering, if you like, a new way of being a church in her time, and that's one thing we see ourselves doing here.
It's exciting to be new somewhere, and it gives you the opportunity to rely on the local community, and that's just such a blessing, and it's a real joy to be able to live alongside people and to share life and to be a part of this community. I thought we would follow a bit of a series for Lent. It's really early days here in the work, but I love my job. I do feel like it's one of the best jobs in the world. We give you thanks for the story of this city. Amen.
Amen.
We wish Ali well as she starts her new job. Now, if you didn't already know, today is St. Patrick's Day. So our next hymn on the theme of Christian dedication is from the famous poem known as St. Patrick's Breastplate. For 4 decades here on this Derbyshire farm, young people who've needed a fresh start for a variety of reasons have been offered a brand new beginning by owners Roger and Beryl.
But at 75, Roger is well past retirement age. For the last decade, he's wanted to hand on the farm, but hasn't found anyone who shares his Christian vision for it. That is, until now, Paul and Amanda Monroe, who've worked with homeless people in Derbyshire, have felt the call to work here and in a leap of faith are happy and able to start immediately.
We would love to be able to just build on the foundations that Roger and Beryl have laid already, really, and just continue the work that they've started here, being able to just give hope and new opportunities to young people.
We were just praying for more support, that we can pick up the mantle, so to speak, and move forward with the same kind of work that Roger and Beryl have already achieved here.
And in this season of Lent, you too must be spending a lot of time in prayer and reflection, because this is a big decision.
Everything we do, we want God really to be involved in that decision-making process. If God's not involved in this, we're wasting our time, really. So yeah, it's really important for us to sort of take that time of reflection.
Our next piece of music is nearly 400 years old and expresses those deep times of reflection that many Christians have during Lent.
Today we're celebrating new beginnings, and one important start in life is marriage. JB Gill has been finding out how couples can prepare.
Anyone who's ever planned a wedding will tell you that there's just so much to organise. I mean, there's the outfits, looking good, the flowers, lucky me, and of course, the cake. But a marriage is about so much more than just a wedding.
Many churches offer courses to help couples get ready for their new life together. The wide range includes the Marriage Preparation course, designed at Holy Trinity Brompton in London and now used in churches like this one in Bolton.
The Marriage Preparation course is 5 practical sessions that cover everything from resolving conflict to keeping the love alive. It's for any couple, so whether they're engaged or they're just exploring marriage, or whether they're a little bit older or a little bit younger, it is for absolutely anyone.
Couples watch the 5 main sessions on video and then chat privately together. Steve and Julie are soon to be married and are glad to be learning new skills like effective communication, handling finances and dealing with family life.
I think, like with anything in life, you want to be prepared. So if you're gonna you want to be a doctor, you'll go to uni. If you want to, do anything in life, you prepare for it. So why not go on a marriage course?
What's your experience of marriage?
Well, I've actually been married before, and unfortunately it didn't work out. And so this time, I really wanted it to last. I wanted it, the foundation to be strong. And you know, my mum and dad stayed together, they're still together.
Yeah.
And they've been my role models really. And so this time round, I want to be like them. I want it to last forever.
But I think for us, the spiritual aspect really comes into it. So, for example, things like prayer can come into it. We've prayed on the back of certain things, you know, discussed certain things and then prayed into that. So I think it's been really beneficial. You know, it's really deepened a spiritual connection between us as well.
Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honour and...
After all the preparation, Steve and Julie celebrated their wedding at King's Church in Bolton. And a few weeks later, they've been reflecting on their big day.
It was amazing. The bride was beautiful.
And they've been putting what they learned on the course into practice.
I was single for quite a long time before I met Stephen, so I've been used to living single life, you know. So to come to live with somebody after all that time, it can be quite a challenge, you know. You know, we do things differently.
I had to teach her to load the dishwasher.
He actually did.
I'm reminded of the scripture that says a three-corded strand isn't easily broken, and so certainly as Christians that's the case with us, don't we? That, you know, we're putting God right at the centre, and as we look forward into the future, that God's going to be with us every step of the way, guiding us and creating a stronger marriage with us.
Yeah.